As students of the Royal and Pontifical University of Santo Tomas, we, Group 7 of 3AR3, are here to discuss the 10th Sustainable Development Goal of UNICEF, reduce inequalities within and among countries. Sadly, the inequalities between income, sex, age, disability, sexual orientation, race, class, ethnicity, religion, and opportunity continue to persist across the world, which threatens long-term social and economic development, harms poverty reduction, and destroys people's sense of fulfillment and self-worth, which is why the Sustainable Development Goals of UNICEF are more important than ever. In the Philippines, economic and social inequality is a major problem, resulting in one of the highest rates of inequality in the world. Globally, 1 in 5 persons are reported experiencing discrimination on at least one ground of discrimination, such as women and children dying because of the lacking access to healthcare from preventable diseases, and as well as older persons, migrants, and refugees facing the lack of opportunities and discrimination that affects every country in the world. Having this information at hand, UNICEF now has 10 targets to hit. Here is a quick run-through of the said list. Now, let us focus on the second and third targets. By 2030, we must be empowering and promoting the social, economic, and political inclusion of all despite the age, sex, disability, race, ethnicity, origin, religion, or economic or other status, and ensure equal opportunity and reduce inequalities of outcome, including by eliminating discriminatory laws, policies, and practices, and promoting appropriate legislation, policies, and action in this regard. These are aiming for not only equality, but also empowerment, wherein equal treatment can empower each and every one of us. Inclusion might seem like a small thing, but it can make a big change in the way people view the world. Moving on, let's now see some of the current situations across the globe in terms of this issue. Number 1, by mid-2021, the number of people who were forced to flee their countries away from war, conflict, persecution, human rights violations, or events causing serious disturbances of public order had grown to 24.5 million, the highest absolute number on record. With this, we must accept refugees with open hands and welcome them wholeheartedly. Number 2. Social protection has been significantly extended globally, yet persons with disabilities are up to 5 times more likely than average to experience catastrophic health expenditures. People with disabilities must never feel like the world was not built for them, because it is up to us, the healthy and privileged, to show them how the world is fit for them and includes them. Lastly, up to 30% of income inequality is due to inequality within households, including between women and men. Women are also more likely than men to live below 50% of the median income. Until today, discrimination against women is still evident, so we should view the world that nobody else is more, and especially nobody else is less, empowering one another to see the true potential of everyone. Now, what can we do to help promote equality? Reducing inequality requires greater efforts to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, and invest more in the general public's necessities, such as health, education, social protection, and decent jobs, especially for young people, migrants, and refugees, and other vulnerable communities. It is important to empower and promote inclusive social and economic growth that can ensure equal opportunity and reduce inequalities of income by eliminating discriminatory laws, policies, and practices within countries. On a smaller and more personal scale, do not be afraid to speak up against discrimination and emphasize that individuals must have the same opportunities regardless of their ethnicity, gender, sexuality, social background, and physical abilities. Be an advocate and strictly enforce social and economic inclusion policies. In your community, however, be inclusive and understand of those who are different from yourself. Understand that the people around you may not view life the same way that you do. Remain having an open mind and listen to those who are different from you. In his encyclical Evangelii Gaudium, Pope Francis rejected the basic tenet for distribution of wealth by capitalism. This tenet professes that as the rich get richer, some of their wealth will trickle down to the rest of the population so that eventually even the poor will become prosperous. Here is what Pope Francis wrote. To sustain a lifestyle which excludes others or to sustain enthusiasm for that selfish ideal, a globalization of indifference has developed. While the earnings of a minority are growing exponentially, so too is the gap separating the majority from the prosperity enjoyed by those happy few. We truly hope this video was able to inspire you to accept everyone with an open mind, treat each other equally, and be the source of hope our world needs. Thank you so much for watching.